Hi, welcome to Digital Explained to My Mom, the podcast that cuts through the marketing wow. My name is Sultan Simlali. I'm a business consultant passionate about marketing and technology. A couple of months ago, I had a hard time explaining to my mom what I was doing in my day job. I struggled so much that she politely said, interesting. Would you like more coffee? Talking about an experience with friends and colleagues, I realized that I was not alone. This is why I have decided to go on a quest. Find a marketing professional that will be able to tell me who they are, what they do, in words my mom would understand. Enjoy the show. I am meeting with Tatiana Cury, marketing and sales experts in customer experience and data solutions. Tatiana has been working with many great companies. She's also advising many small businesses in their digital strategy. We met through LinkedIn in her 100 contact challenge, which is a great idea and I hope we'll get a chance to talk about today. Thanks, Tatiana, for taking the time to meet today.
Thank you very much for having me.
So, Tatiana, I tried to introduce you, but I think you'll do a better job yourself. So, who are you?
Okay, I am a Brazilian living in the Netherlands. I'm 41 years old. I have 17 years of working experience in marketing.
Okay.
Marketing and sales. I started with the offline due to my age. So at the beginning, when I was starting my career, we had to do the dial-up to reach the internet. So it was a long time ago. And I saw all this evolution. It's amazing to see how experience from the past, also offline, can also be used for online strategies. So yeah, I am passionate about the data solutions and customer experience.
Okay.
What I love is like to create strategies, not only for acquisition, but also how we can keep the customer loyal. Yeah. So what do we need to do? What kind of campaigns do we need to create? Do we need to give them more information, or do we need to upsell or cross-sell products? So this is what I like creating, like how we can be with the client and make sure that he keeps with the company for a longer period.
Okay. So if you would like make a choice between I want to focus on acquisition or I want to focus on retention, where would you go?
Oh, they're both very interesting. Yeah. And I like them both. But if I would have to choose, for the B2B would be mostly retention. Okay. So how you can improve the channels, the online channels, to make sure the client is up to date, or also not only online but also offline. What kind of relationship can you have with the client? How you present the company, how you understand the needs, how you see if they are using your product in the right way, if they are satisfied. So this is very important to keep your business working. And because if you understand if they're happy, then you can know what makes them happy. Then you can use this for a marketing campaign to bring new clients. And if you understand, if they're struggling with something and you are there to help the problem, we bring the confidence that you are a real partner, a real company that wants him to be satisfied. And the client of today, of one bank today, for example, he can be in another bank. And if he has a good experience with your company today, he can also refer you in the future if he moves to another company. Yeah, it's true. So it's so essential. I'm very customer oriented. Let's put it that way. You know, you realize that.
And I like
it's all about customers.
Yeah, and I like it because you say you're customer oriented, but you're very people oriented. I think one of the things we sometimes do is we say, okay, we are customer oriented, and then we focus on this big customer, but don't really focus on the single individuals who are actually your real customers, the one that make the decision. Yeah.
That's true. We cannot ignore anyone. We have to be the partner of everyone. Okay.
And how do you marry your experience in the offline world with the new world? So how do you mix that?
For example, I had many experience in Brazil with Citibank and BNP Paribas of how to engage with current customers. So direct mailing at that time, you receive at home on post. And then, how you can improve, how you can make it more personalized. At that time, we were working towards this, but it couldn't be that personalized because data was not something that we had a lot available. Yeah. And so all the kind of actions campaigns that we've done, when I was talking now with, for example, insurance companies or credit card companies, like were prospects, and we were discussing about the strategies. So there are many ideas that we've done and many tests that we've done offline that is, that could be a good idea. And the pains are the same, because what we wanted in the past was keep the customer to make him use more or get more products from the company. And that's what we want now. Because the more products they have, the more difficult it will be for them to live.
So you were already doing some kind of A/B testing back in the days?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was super interesting. I just remember I read in a marketing magazine, that they were starting doing SMS marketing. And I was responsible for the college portfolio at Citibank. And I said, you know what, it's a college portfolio, everybody uses cell phone. Let's make a test. So 2 groups, the same audience. So these ones we send the direct mailing, and those ones we send via SMS, because it was a campaign for spending. It's like they stopped using the credit card for 3 months, so we want them to go back using. And then the response rate for direct mailing was always 1%, and from this group was 10%. So it was my offline grow hacking. So we've done that for 3 months. Because after a while, companies start doing that, seeing that there's a good opportunity. Also, the phone company said, it's a good way to make money, but then the government came and regulated, of course. Otherwise, everybody will receive thousands of texts for thousands of companies. So at that time, at least we had three months to do it before we couldn't do anymore. So it was good. Yeah,
that's impressive. So you multiply the conversion rate by 10. I mean, that's...
Yeah, that was a really... something that I'm very proud of.
Did you get a big pay rise?
No. You're just doing your job. No, we don't have commissions at that time in marketing. No. It's okay.
But I also understand that you went from a very marketing role more going towards sales.
Yeah, in my past experience, always the marketeer, B2B, and then creating strategies. But marketing and sales, they should work together, because sales know exactly what the client wants, what the client, how to understand how to position, how to sell it, what are the things that make the client get interested in your product. I was on the other side, always bringing prospects, doing the events that I was organizing, and I say, okay, let's go. I was invited to move to sales, and I said, okay, let's see how it is. First month, I said, my God, I wasn't born for this, and then I couldn't bring a single opportunity to the company. But then after a while, I learned a bit how it is B2B, solution selling, how you can engage with people, mostly calling people. That's the most important thing. And then how you can position yourself, be confident, talking to the client. And then from that, I brought, looking at the target accounts in the pipeline, I'm very happy that I brought the largest target accounts of that year, 2018. Wow. Mostly financial companies, because it's my background. It's easier to talk to them and talk about campaigns. And so I'm very happy with that. Yeah,
that's good. So you crossed the chasm. So you went to the dark side of the force, to the sales side, and you kicked some butts. If that's the correct word I used.
Yeah, but it's good to be on the other side also, because sometimes we criticize and say, but we don't know how much it's difficult for sales also sometimes to get,
sales is a very hard job. I did sales for many years. And it is indeed a very hard job, a lonely job, very often. And getting marketing and sales to work together is... I studied marketing in 2003, and it was already saying like, oh, you need to get them to work together, and it's still a lot of companies don't manage to get this collaboration between the two groups.
And especially with data, because now everybody has data in their companies, and it's so important to use wisely this data. And you have in marketing so many technologies and so many ways to approach the client. So this is very important. This that marketing knows better about where your customers are, what kind of things they would be interesting about hearing about the product, how we can solve their pain. So the data is very important to improve also customer experience and also to improve the relationship with the clients.
Yeah, I've seen more and more. I don't know, something you've done also is sharing with the sales team what kind of content the customer or people at that company watch on the website, and share that with the sales team so that they're able to talk about it. Those kind of tactics,
Yeah, those kind of tactics, and select a little bit of more, okay, who are the personas? So how we can approach those personas. B2B is easier. We do LinkedIn is the best channel. Nobody can say it differently. I asked everyone from B2B, and LinkedIn is the most effective channel. If you look, it's more expensive, but you can target the right persona.
Okay.
But you have to make it interesting so they can open your see your video, open your white paper. You know?
No, that's true. So it's good that you touched LinkedIn. So we met through LinkedIn. And you told me that I was part of your 100 contact goal. Yeah. So tell me more about it. It's so interesting.
So since the beginning of this year, I decided to add every week 100 people to my LinkedIn. So people that have common interests like customer experience. I found you via customer experience. So big data. Every week not make so boring. So I change the text. I personalize. I find people that I found interesting and that have the right job title, the right experience, because it's always good. You can always see by their feed some news. And you can exchange knowledge, and you can get to know so many interesting people. You talk to, I talk at least to 10 different people every week.
Oh, wow.
And we share experience. So, it's very nice. And that's how we met also.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So you keep doing it then? So this 100...
I'm going to do,
Wow.
Every week. I won't stop this year.
So beware the people that are not connected to Tatiana.
Maybe you receive an invitation soon.
She's coming up for you. Beware. That's a great thing. And getting to LinkedIn, so you didn't send me an email, you just sent a connection request. Are you using emails or connection requests?
Yeah, so what because I don't have access to emails, because I don't have a paid version. So I get my second connection, everyone that is in second connection, and then I looked, for example, for you, I searched customer experience, and then all the people that came, I just added.
Okay. No, that's a good one. I had a conversation with a colleague last week. Yeah, he's against emails. He says that emails is like you're on the street, you see a girl or a guy, you're just up on it, and you say, hey, let's get married. It will never happen. While if you use a soft connection, like a second level connection and a softer approach, people are usually more receptive to talking with you and then building a connection, and it builds more trust. So.
And I agree with you. Every time I receive the emails, it's strange. But it's more soft. I just said more personal. If you make it more personal, that you have connections in common or some subjects in common, it can be more successful.
No, that's a good one. I'm really curious about people listening to the show if they want to share their experience about emails. I'm really taking it. So the show is called Digital Explained to My Mom. Does your mom know what you do or what you are doing, and how do you explain it? How did you explain it?
My mother is very advanced. She's much better in computers than my father, so she always helps and finds solutions herself sometimes. So I'm very proud of her. But yeah, I explained in a very easy way. Okay, it's like the campaigns, direct marketing campaigns that you receive the letters, now you receive via emails, and you connect with people, and you have all this data when you can personalize. So she understands. But it's funny that sometimes she says, oh, so you can do also a course to improve yourself in IT. So yeah, but IT can be so many things. No, but you can do IT. So, no. She thinks it's only one thing, IT, it's also you take a course, and you get very expert. No, there are so many tools and so many softwares that you have to use. But apart from that, she understands an overview, not in depth, but how I do, what are my goals, and so that's good.
Okay, and so if you were to explain customer experience, how would you do that?
Okay, so
I'm struggling with that one. That's why I'm asking you.
You're struggling with that one. So now your customers are online. Mm-hmm. So how you can improve the customer experience. So it can be when they go to your website and this person. So you go to a website and they recognize you, and they see, for example, let's talk about finance. You have a mortgage. Then you can offer an insurance, a house insurance for you, for example. Yeah. So it's like delivering the right product, but it's not only, for me, it's not only upselling and cross-selling, but also being more informative. So anticipate the needs of the client if you can, and then being able, so when you log in, so they know you're married, you have kids, it's close to the holidays, then you can give some tips about the holidays for kids, for example. So it's something to become more personal, less machine, and then and also it goes not only when there are good things, but also when there are issues. For example, claims, insurance. So if you have a way to make it fast and effective, you are really improving the customer experience, because nowadays people don't have a lot of time, and a lot of bureaucracy doesn't help. So if you can optimize the channels to also help the client when they have an issue, then it's really helping with the customer experience. And all it is about. So from the beginning when he starts until retaining him. Retention.
So it's really about acquiring the customer and
when
retaining
you acquire,
them.
what can you do?
By telling them the right thing at the right time.
And not only being so pushy selling, but I also some consultative, some like
not being pushy. That's I think it's
relevant message.
I mean the thing is, we spend a lot of time sending blast emails to 100,000 people with the same message. That we said, okay, we'll personalize. So we'll say, dear Sultan, and then we say it's personalized, but it's not. And we go way more towards targeting with the right message. So I like the example you said with the kids and so on. So
exactly.
So you have kids. If you know that I have kids, you will send me different content that if I'm a single guy that just want to party in Ibiza.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're a single guy, you see that you're traveling all over the world, then you can offer something else, or you can give some tips about trips.
Travel insurance.
I don't know, traveling. You go to South America a lot, so about South America. Something that can be interesting for the person. So it's not only selling, but also nurturing and give good information, because you don't have this contact anymore that you have in front of the person. So,
Oh, that's nice. I think that's a good explanation for customer experience. Thank you. I'll steal that one from you. So how can people learn more about you and connect with you? Maybe help you through your 100 contacts goal per week. So what are the best way for people to get in touch with you? I imagine it's LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And then I will leave my email if someone wants to contact me via email. And there is my website. They can go make some questions if they need to know some extra information, some help with something. If something that I'm aware of and I can help, for sure, I'm going to answer. Yeah.
Fantastic.
But I'm very active on LinkedIn. Best channel.
The best channel
to get
ever.
to know people, professional people, it's nice.
Yeah, I think I will call you Miss LinkedIn. So it's going to be probably your nickname that I will keep for myself. So
if I get some shares from LinkedIn, it's fine. As I'm promoting it.
So if there are people from LinkedIn listening, you can hire Tatiana to do your advertising. So
yes.
She's the best for promoting your services.
I can help you with advertising then.
But thank you so much for taking the time today, Tatiana.
Thank you very much, Sultan. It was very nice of you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for listening to Digital Explained to My Mom, the podcast that cuts through the marketing wow. If you like the podcast, please rate it with 5 stars on iTunes or the podcasting app you use. Remember that sharing is caring, so feel free to share with your friends and colleagues. You will find the show notes on our website, digitalexplainedtomymom.com. I'm looking forward for your feedback, ideas, and more. So let's connect on LinkedIn. My name is Sultan Simnali, or on Twitter where I go by the name of Sultanology. The music you have heard is from bensound.com. Thanks for listening. See you next time.